It's Monday, and it's time for some metal with V and my good friend Metalhead Fred. What's up, dude?
That's me.
How you
Good.
doing? Hey!
AV. I got my shameless plug going here with my creative talking mug. My Monday metal. Maybe you can't see it back there.
Nice. I'm Fender and Fender. I have a
There you
coaster,
go.
and it's very hard to play an acoustic with this, by the way.
But
But
it's Monday, and there is no better way to start a Monday than with metal.
absolutely.
And we've
And
got another.
we recently hit 1,000,000 views on the channel,
We did. That's
and
awesome, man.
Sacramento, California, has been instrumental to the start of our YouTube channel and podcast because they're the ones who first embraced us. So we always have a soft spot,
Spart.
soft spot in our heart for anything Sacramento. And we've had Austin Moe, Wendy, Sacramento Maidens of Metal. We've had Diversity of One on, and others. And so when I was talking about this with Wendy online, I'm like, hey, send us some great bands. She's like, you guys got to check out this band, and they're called Parabellum, and we're going to bring them out right now. Here we go. So thank you, Sacramento, with another kick-ass band. What's up, guys?
Yo. Hi, guys.
Right now. All right, let's do the introductions.
I'm Dylan Stearns, lead guitar.
Right on.
Vocals and other guitar.
I'm Kyle O'Connor. I play the bass and vocals.
I'm JC Connect. Drums.
Excellent. Well, welcome, guys.
Welcome, guys.
So Wendy was telling me about you guys online, and you guys, we went back and forth a little bit. And so tell us a little bit about how you guys got started. How did the band come about?
Really, it came when me and Emery were both still. He was a sophomore, I was a freshman in high school, and I had already been playing guitar for multiple years. And until he started playing guitar for his guitar class in high school, we decided, hey, why don't we start a band? We both started playing riffs for each other, so we just took off from there.
Like 8 months in playing guitar, I was like, let's do it.
So you guys have only been around for 8 months as a band?
No. Definitely a little longer than that.
About almost 5 years.
Oh, sorry. So what was the 8 months? I must have not heard something.
8 months of me starting to play guitar, I was like, let's do something.
Oh, hell yeah. Right on. Sorry.
Damn, that's
I
impressive.
listened to a lot of loud music, and I was an explosive expert in LA, and kind of pretty well out of this year. Right on. Okay, so 5 years as a band. So have you always had has the membership always been the same, or have you had, different guys in through the years?
We've had many of these too.
Yeah. Drummers and
Well,
bass
rhythm
players.
section, man, that's really important.
We've had 4 bass players and 3 drummers.
Yeah. And
Beautiful.
yeah, man. The drums are killer, man. You're doing a great job. And usually you don't hear that level of playing, and I don't mean this in a negative. Usually you don't see that level of playing in a drummer until they're, well into their 20s. So right on, dude. And I got the same nervous leg. My ex-wife crazy, dude. My leg never stops. So if she's watching, she'll probably be scratching herself. Oh my God, she's moving away. But, so okay, so what were your main influences coming up?
Slayer, Sepultura,
Suicidal tendencies.
Suicidal
DRI.
tendencies, right on. And what was that last one?
DRI.
Right on. Okay, was your music, was it always hard rock or metal, or did you have other influences as well?
We may have some modern influences or influences in other genres. Like Emery over here is really into rap, and he gets most of that. With his vocal style, kind of.
It helps with song structure and writing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes. So your song "Beyond the Pale Horse," which we're gonna view later, and you guys are gonna be in here reaction with us, which is always cool to have the band in there. But one of the comments somebody made was sounds like Slayer, Metallica, Exodus, and Suicidal Tendency all got locked up and formed a new band inside a Siberian prison. What a great way to describe your music, huh?
That's his dad.
That's my dad commenting.
That's
Was
really
that your dad?
precise, man. That's like so. That's really that's
That's
precision.
That's an awesome. So when you guys play live, I saw some of your stuff on Facebook. So check out their Facebook page. I guess let me ask you first though, the name Parabellum, where'd that come from? What's their meaning to it? Just a fun name? What was it? Where'd it come about?
Came from John Wick 3.
Yeah. When I was thinking of it, I was just thinking I was thinking of different bellums, etc. And I was thinking of I was watching John Wick 3, right? And I noticed the name after it. I was like, Parabellum.
So you took it there. That's cool.
Yeah.
So I noticed on your Facebook page there are a couple videos of you guys playing live. Do you do all originals when you're out live, or do you do any covers at this point?
We only play one cover at the time right now.
That's awesome. I love that you're actually playing and you only have one cover in your repertoire. That's great. Like it usually takes a band, that doesn't happen now. You know what I mean?
To learn.
Everyone wants to, play Tesla or, whatever it is,
We'd start out
band, but,
we'd start out playing a lot of covers, just to kind of, when we got new band members, we just kind of get pissed into each other,
And by a lot, we mean one.
Yeah.
And we would just repeat. Because we didn't have a drummer, so we would just play the drumming track on a speaker because that's all we had.
Hey, I learned to play the drums because I sang in a band. Drummer was always late, man, so we had to get it going,
Anytime
but getting back to Parabellum, I once saw John Wick kill a man with the pencil. That is my favorite. That is my favorite movie series, action-wise, of all time. Boogeyman. He's not the boogeyman. He's the guy you kill. The boogeyman. Yo, he's the guy you sent to kill the boogeyman. What a great role, man.
Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga. Have you seen? Have you watched the Ballerina yet?
No, it doesn't look that bad.
It's not too bad. I watched it. I enjoyed it, But look, we're gonna get another John Wick. Anyway, thanks for entertaining my John Wick thing. But yeah, Parabellum. So when you write music, what do you guys decide on a theme, or do you just pick something up?
Pretty much.
Whatever sounds cool.
Yeah. Typically what we do is we kind of already have a topic set in mind, and we'll tend to name the song before it's actually written.
Oh, that helps, yeah.
And we always have riffs in mind or fills in mind,
Kind of
we all just bring it together and we think, oh, let's do this for this song, say that for this song.
So you guys
have creative writing process with all of us together in one room.
Oh, right on. So yeah, you guys are in. So you don't bring a finished idea. You just bring chunks and riffs and pieces, and you do it in the room together.
Sometimes one of us will have most of a song written and riffs already kind of sketched out, planned out. But no matter what, we always we always put something into all of us. Put something in the song.
So as songwriters, and if you guys are obviously collaborating, you find it easier to get kind of the riffs down and then get the words to it, or sometimes if you got the words, you go, now we just got to figure out how the music's going to go. Is there any sort of pattern, or does it just happen?
Always music first.
Yeah. Sometimes this dude is writing the lyrics as he's in the studio. Sometimes. So. Yeah.
Well, that's hilarious. But a lot of people have done it that way. Some people work best under pressure, Okay, so I just need to ask this since you guys are out of California. And last week, music lost one of the great songwriters of all time, Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys. Is the state as a whole, because that was kind of they're California, you know what I mean? So,
sure.
how's the vibe going? Like with Brian Wilson passing away, do you guys feel any of that, or?
Yeah, it was definitely for me. I mean, I grew up listening to some Beach Boys, and I was like, dang, you know. But it really, I don't know about the other guys, but it kind of it was a really big news for me in terms of, I don't know how other people would feel about it though.
Yeah, we did a tribute to him over the weekend, and so I did a deep dive, and I was just, the guy had massive problems. He had a lot of mental health issues. He would be a 5-year-old 1 minute, an adult the next, and then you would just listen. And then when he would play with the Beach Boys, the influence that he had just being there with them elevated the band, because sometimes the Beach Boys could get a little Vegas act. You know what I mean? They can get a little Vegas-y. But when Brian Wilson was there, man, they were all trying to impress him. But you listen to just the vocals, it's a whole orchestration. Like, I just keep on telling people, man, listen to what writing is such a complicated thing. And man, what did he hear that no one else did? Because he only could hear out of one ear. That's crazy. Same with Paul Stanley, only has one ear. What the fuck? Hold on. Yeah. What are you doing? I'm writing the next album. Hold on. But right on. So who have you played with in the Sacramento area? Do you travel around? Do you play the entire state? Do you play regional?
Some pretty big bands and some pretty big stages. We played at we've opened right before Warbringer at Goldfield, Sacramento.
We actually sold them out in ticket sales.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Which was crazy.
We played the Whiskey A Go Go stage opening for
Burning Witches. Yeah.
Who'd you open up for?
Burning Witches.
Oh, right on.
Oh yeah. I was going to ask you if you played the Whiskey. I finally got out there a couple years ago, and it's nothing special, but it's like, oh my God, every band that ever made it played the Whiskey, and it's so historic. And I saw the Burning Witches last year. They're really good. They're easy on the eyes as well.
They're tall, dude. They're like
some beautiful women.
Some of them are over 6 feet.
Yeah.
Like, look at
Yeah, boy.
wow.
Yeah, so they'll just stomp you. Behave. Whiskey's a nice prestige gig to do, man. It's always nice to say that you played that. You know what I mean? And so we work with, we have bands on, people from bands of all the big guys. We do little guys, but anytime that we find someone that we love, when we hear them, we stick with them. So now basically we're like your adopted uncles, and we're going to follow you guys. And anytime you got something going on, you call us and we get you on and all that kind of stuff.
And we also show up at birthday parties and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so if you see us, just ignore us.
Exactly. And but like one of the bands that we followed for years now, and they're about to break through in a big way, is Wings of Steel. I think you guys hit the mute button there.
Technical difficulties.
That's all right.
We'll be returning in just a moment.
That's what bands do.
Hello?
Hey, there you go.
Got you back.
Can you hear us?
We can hear you.
Yep, you're all good.
I think our mic.
Our mic was cut out.
That was probably the cat walked across something.
It was a dog, actually. I think it's a dog.
Right
Whose dog is that? There was a dog earlier. Whose dog is that?
Right here.
Yeah. What's his name? I love to hear dog name. What's his name?
Her name is Bia.
Bia?
Bia.
BIA.
BIA. Okay.
Nice. I have a dog name picked out for my next dog.
Oh, okay.
Grover. Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Look at that one. So that's from what, last year?
Oh my gosh. Look at that, dude.
I can hear you guys.
The mic, it says it's picking up sound. See?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
It's the speaker, not the mic.
Okay.
Oh yeah. See?
Uh-huh.
So you guys can hear me? All good?
Yes, sir.
All good now.
Right on, right on. All right, let's get some action shots.
Yeah.
Look at that. Stay metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shirt. Digging the
Nice.
flying V there.
Little fest.
Way cool.
Yeah,
And
this was in Ukiah last year.
What's that?
I was in Ukiah last year.
Where's Kyrie? Where's Kyrie?
Let's see. You know, it always skipped the drummer. Can you believe that shit? Always with the drums gets us, doesn't it?
Come on, man.
Always.
I know, right? Yeah, this there we go.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you guys got some great pictures, by the way.
I have my makeup on.
So what kind of gig what do you guys got going on for the year? What's 2025 looking like?
We got DRI
Fast Black Ball.
in October.
Right on.
And
Okay.
then, there's talks about a really big show happening in December. I can't say anything, but
Sure.
that's all I am going to say.
All right.
Wow.
So if anyone's looking for a kick-ass opener and they're
Oh, yeah.
coming through the West Coast or in California in particular, or nationwide or internationally, how do they who do they need to talk to?
They can just go to our website and fill out a little request form on our website, paravellumband.com.
Yeah.
Shoot us
On-
an email.
All
Shoot us
our
an email.
social media, we have.
Got all of our
booking
contacts.
link. You can
Straight
easily
to the manager.
Parabellumband.com.
Yes, sir.
And you got a Facebook page so they can catch you on social media there.
Yeah.
Instagram also.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now, do you have any albums or EPs or out anything? CDs going, anything? Or
Yeah, we got CDs on our website, or you can get them at shows.
Got some vinyl.
We got vinyls of a single, and then of course all of our stuff's online because that's the whole industry now.
yeah,
Right.
and
But
we always push. We always
I'll-
push. Like Vince is gonna say, we always push. Buy the vinyl, buy the CD, buy the
Buy
T-shirt,
physical product.
buy the product.
There's
Support.
no ads for physical product.
Buy a t-shirt.
Yeah, support your band the best you can. If you can, merch is always the best because everyone gets kind of screwed on the file sharing.
Yeah.
And then your Facebook page had a pretty funny picture. What's Boy Howdy Beat? What is that? Is that Buzz Down Authentic Boy Howdy Beat? What is that?
So there's this magazine called Cream Magazine. You guys ever heard of it? You guys heard of Cream Magazine? So they have this where you got cans right here, where it's a beer that never really existed.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like this is a lemonade can, but a sticker over it. And Ozzy Osbourne's done it, Metallica's done it, everyone who's anybody has done it, Slayer. And yeah, they get put in the
Man, I haven't thought about that in a long time. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Fred, remember that can? That would be in all the cream.
I do. I was a big Cream. Used to buy Cream and Tiger Beat. No, I'm not kidding about the Tiger Beat. But so speaking of Ozzy, you guys, are you guys pumped for this final show with Ozzy? Are you going to watch it now that it's going to be on pay-per-view?
Hell yeah. I'm
Oh
gonna watch
yeah.
He sounds very confident, but
it. I read something online where he said he thinks he's gonna die.
He's gonna die on
stage.
You know what? If he does, how awesome for him.
For real.
Yeah,
Doing what he loves.
For everyone else, not so much.
No,
But
no, no.
for him, in his mind, that's
I think you're right. If Ozzy's got to go, that's the way he wants to go. We love
It
you
was a good
all.
time to have a heart attack.
It's-
I love you.
and
Sharon. But now, what a legend, man. We're gonna be doing we do best albums of all time is one of the things we do, and we don't have guests on Saturday. And so the Saturday before the Sabbath concert, or before Ozzy's last concert, we're doing a Sabbath album. Haven't figured out which one yet. Maybe you can pick it, Fred. And then we're gonna do Blizzard of Oz the following week on the night that Ozzy's doing his farewell show. So
awesome.
Sweet.
yeah, Ozzy, man. What's the
Gotta
world gonna be
tape
like
that,
without
though.
Ozzy? Holy
Gotta
crap!
tape that, man. It's a live. It's a live pay-per-view that night on the 5th.
Yeah,
I gotta watch that.
are you getting it?
Yeah, I have to.
I'm coming over.
Come on over. Come on over.
Yeah, we'll
I'll have
pre-tape
plenty
that
of
one.
cream beef beer, whatever
Yeah.
that drink is. I'll have plenty of that.
We actually just bought tickets to Chicago. So
Vince, my crazy uncle's coming over.
Absolutely. All right, so let's check out some of this music you got going on. All right. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, we're gonna do an in-show. So this will be released separately as well. So on Monday you'll have this interview and with this on it, and then a separate piece for the reaction itself. All righty, here we go. Fred, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Monday Metal presents Parabellum, and we got the guys on with us, and we're going to check out Pale Horse. What's up, gentlemen? Say hi to everybody.
what up? What's up?
Right on. All right, so let's break this down. Now, I heard this band for about 10 seconds, and I lost my mind. I said, let's get these guys on, and you can see why. Because, coming up in the time when we came up, Fred, and then when you hear something like this, it sticks to the teeth.
And it doesn't happen that often that Vince will email or message me and say, check this freaking band out.
Yeah,
And then I know I better listen to it right then and there, and then because I know he's on to something.
absolutely. Hold on.
That Death March.
Yeah, I was about this far in, and I said, fuck yeah. Hold on. Copy, paste, Fred, send.
Yeah. Check these guys out, man.
Absolutely. And that's what you want, man.
Yeah, I love the Death March beginning with that drum.
It drives me crazy to no end when people have a 2-minute intro and they're not well known. It's like, what are you doing? Like, they left. What, you know what I mean? You got to grab them, man.
Yeah.
See, like right there, I love a band called Anthrax, and we just happen to be doing Among the Living best albums ever this weekend. But it feels like there's a little Anthrax sprinkled on there, or a little bit of seeping in a great way. I'm not saying it sounds like you guys, but a nice nod,
But it's Anthrax.
That was great right there. Now, I'm not a fan of Cookie Monster rock. And me and Fred call it Cookie Monster. When you can't understand a damn word they're saying, you've got the growl, and it sounds great, and the key that you sing it in, and you can hear what you're singing about.
Yeah.
Most people skip that part, and man, they're cutting a huge part of the audience away that they could potentially have, because man, you obviously are developed enough that you guys, this sounds great. Did you guys self-produce this?
Our homie at Audio Edge Recordings.
Yeah.
Local Sacramento guy.
Yeah, man, sounds great.
Cool metal bands here. So.
Oh yeah, totally. Sacramento music scene is totally cool. Horns up, Sacramento. All right, here we go. Your logo is pretty kick-ass too, by the way.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
And what's funny is like this was like synchronicity you hear a lot, right? So about 20 minutes before I had the conversation online with Wendy and you guys, me and my son and my buddy Joe were talking about the 4 horsemen, the pale horsemen, and then this come up, and then I'm like, pale horse, we got to book, we got to have, obviously we got to have them on. So it was like a weird thing. I was telling my son about that today, but here we go.
Behold the pale horse, conquest and war, damning report, damage galore. Behold the pale horse, crushing in death, nothing is left, your end is met. Behold the pale horse, broken the seals, earthling to kneel, turn to what's real. Behold the pale horse, gather the seas, conquest the seas, but start to me. Behold the pale horse. Doing what he so desires, a situation of desire, a passion needles to a throne of fire, forgotten souls forever tired. Look upon the face of death, a revelation soon be met. Judgment is his promise gift, wipe them out, no sinners left.
This is a song you play when you get fired for your job. On the way home. Oh yeah. Rah.
Behold the pale horse, conquest and war, damning report, damage galore. Behold the pale horse, scorching in death, nothing is left, your end is met. Behold the pale horse, broken the seals, earthlings to kneel, turn to what's real. Behold the pale horse, gather the seas, conquest the seas, but start to me. Behold the pale horse.
Every great metal tune has a jam part, and I'm thinking this is what's about to happen.
Mosh part.
All the best ones, you know what I mean?
Like you were saying, Anthrax, this is the mosh part.
Right on.
War dance!
Absolutely. Oh my God. Yeah, I had to get knee surgery because of a mosh pit. I used to manage a punk band, and a skinhead is like a 6'5" skinhead stiff armed me in the pit. And I had to jump up, and because he was a lot taller than me, you know, I'm like 5'11". I had to jump up to break his nose. And then, yeah. And then there was a big brawl between metalheads and punk rockers. Go figure. Oh, yeah.
Now I lay thee down to sleep. Pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I die before I wake, pray the Lord my soul to take.
By the way, that was really badass. That's fantastic.
Pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I die before I wake, pray the Lord my soul to take.
That is so badass. That was a great lead and badass bass solo, by the way. Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah.
That was really cool. Now, what lately, Fred, we've been discovering this a lot lately. People are no longer complacent in their songwriting, and we're hearing new sounds from the guitar. Well, we brought Robin McCauley's album, Pat Catalano. I mean, other like there's something going on that the guitar sounds are ramping up. And that was a badass guitar solo, and I can't wait to get to this weird time signature that you're probably throwing us at the end. But man, that was really interesting. And that beat was badass because I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting a hole with air to blow through in the middle of the song.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That made it that much heavier. That's pretty cool. Sorry. Here we go. I'm gonna go outside and punch a squirrel.
My arms are tired just listening to that drum beat. Holy shit, man.
Damn. That was fire, guys. That was fucking kick ass.
I got to tell you, the pure golden age of metal was obviously the 70s and part of the early 80s. It's so great to see. It's really coming back. There are some kick-ass bands out there, and include you guys. There's some great metal bands out there, and it's so good to see that coming back around. Guitar-based heavy metal is back, definitely.
Yeah. And thanks for continuing or picking up that rusty torch that had a flicker and a spark left on it, and giving it a good kick against the wall.
That's what we want to do, man.
So we are.
Yeah, dude. Fantastic band. Everyone go check them out. Go on all their socials, find Parabellum, and make sure it's the one with the logo on it, because sometimes it make sure you put Parabellum Band. It helps in the search if you're on social media. But fantastic. Man, so you guys got any plans for new music? What's coming up? Wise?
You guys ever heard of a band called Blind Illusion?
What's it called?
Blind Illusion.
Blind Illusion?
Yeah.
No.
I'm
gonna write it down.
It was Les Claypool's.
Oh yeah.
So the old bassist of that band, not Les, a guy named Tom Gears.
Yeah.
He's recording it, and I'm just gonna say it. Rick Hunolt from Exodus is producing it.
That is kick ass, dude. Right on. Congratulations. You guys. Yeah, once we go off the air, we'll talk a second. But I think you guys have a huge, man. There's a long road ahead of you guys if you want it, And everyone, it seems, a lot of the, I'm not bagging on you guys. A lot of the younger acts now. They got their shit together. They're not total wastoids. They know that it can be a career. They know that they can do this for 40 years now, 50 years. You guys know that. We didn't know that. You know what I mean? When we were coming up, we had no idea that, my first gig was professional gig was being a roadie for Stryper. I didn't know that Stryper would still be around to this day. And when Michael was on the show last year, I showed him the picture of me standing next to him when I was 17. And that's when they were popping. So yeah, you guys got a long road. Just be smart about it, man. You got great people around you. Your music speaks for itself. You guys are vicious players, and spread the metal, man.
Yeah, the nice thing about the young bands like yourself and some of the other bands we've had on that are kind of self-producing, self-releasing their own, they don't have, it's nice to have a record label, but you don't have the record label telling you, this is what we want. You guys say, no, this is what we want. This is who we are. And that's what we're going to put out there. And that's great because you're following your dream and your vision of your band.
Yeah, now you don't necessarily need a label. And if you do utilize a label, it's after maybe you've recorded and already have, made your art. You know.
When the labels come knocking at your door when they need you, then you can write through.
Give me your stuff and I'll take all your But anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming on. Appreciate it. Anything you guys need, we got your back. Give us, drop us a thing on Facebook or email us. Give us a call, and we'll see you.
We'll see you at the next birthday party. Will you, Vincent? Yeah, show up.
Absolutely.
And never come empty-handed, though.
Yeah. And hats off to your technical gentleman that we saw at the beginning of the video. And we'll see you guys later. And every Monday, what do we do, Fred?
We keep it hard and heavy, and we do Monday metal.
And we make it metal. All right, everybody. See you next time. Horns up.